Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you a tutorial for Yankee, Con Calma. It's a pretty easy tutorial. You just have to follow up, and it's gonna be pretty easy for you guys to do. I believe in you. So let me show you how it sounds, and then we can start with the tutorial. So let's go. Also, what I did is I took the most commonly used notes and put them like this, so you guys can already prepare. Get these notes like this, and then you will have most of the notes you're gonna need. You don't have to go back to the piano and try to find them, etc. So those are the notes you're gonna use them. I'm gonna write it on the screen so you guys can write it down on a piece of paper, and yeah. So let's start the tutorial with the basics. Okay, so the first thing what you gotta do is you gotta select the music block, and then you will have to select the grid snap, which is on V like violin, and you will have to put the grid snap on 16. So we will be using 16 for the grid snap. So the next thing what I recommend is to have the drops on off. You can have drops on if it's easier for you, but I do recommend having the drops on off. It's just gonna be easier to see. Okay, so let's start with the tutorial. So the first note is G sharp. The second note is G sharp. The third note is also G sharp, but being placed on the half of the previous one. The fourth note is again G sharp, which is being placed on the third quarter of the previous note. The next note is also G sharp, which is placed normally. Next note is A sharp, which is placed again normally, and F sharp. Then you will have a gap of 3/4 of space. So next you will have 4 notes of A sharp. All of the notes are going to be placed on top of each other like this. So you will just place 4 notes on top of each other on the half of the previous notes. Next note after that is C sharp, which is being placed normally. After that is G sharp, which is being placed on the quarter of C sharp. After that again is G sharp, the gangster sharp, and it's placed again the same as the previous note on the third quarter of G sharp. Next note again G sharp, and again it's being placed as the previous note on the third quarter. Then we have G sharp normally, A sharp normal, and F sharp. After that we have 3/4 of space, of the gap space, and then we have a very similar situation. So again we will have 4 A sharps being placed on the half of the notes. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 A sharps being placed on top. After that you will have a B note being placed on the half of the A sharp that is lost. After that you will have G sharp that is being placed on the half of the B note. After that you will have G sharp being placed normally, Then you will have again G sharp being placed normally. The next G sharp is going to be placed on the middle of the previous one. And then you have A sharp and F sharp. After that, you will have 3/4 of space. This is a well-known bug. So 3/4 of space, I would say. And then you will have again 4 A's placed the same order, like on the half of each note. So you will have A sharp, A sharp, A sharp, and A sharp being placed like that. After that, you will have C sharp being placed normally, G sharp being placed on top of C sharp, like the last quarter. After that, you will have G sharp again being placed on the quarter of the previous note, and another G sharp being placed on the quarter of the previous one. Then you will have a normal G sharp, A sharp, and F sharp. So after that, you will have 1.5 music block of space. And then we have the gangster sharp, the G sharp. G sharp placed normally. G sharp on the half of the previous note. G sharp placed normally. B. A sharp placed normally. Everything placed normally. And then we have F sharp placed normally. And then we have again the same sequence of 4 A sharps being placed on top of each other. After that, we have C sharp, the high C sharp being placed on the half of the last A sharp. And then we have G sharp being placed on the half of C sharp. So G sharp being placed on the half. After that, we have G sharp normal. And after that, we have G sharp placed on the half of the previous G sharp. After that, we have a normal, classic gangsta sharp. And then we have A sharp normal, F sharp normal. After that, we have a half a music block of space. And then we'll do the same sequence of 4 A sharps being placed on top of each other. Then we have C sharp again being placed on top of A sharp. Then we have G sharp being placed on the previous note, which was the C sharp. So half of the C sharp. After that, we have normal G, gangsta sharp, another normal G sharp, another normal G sharp, and then we have G sharp being placed on top of the previous G sharp on the half, A sharp, F sharp. After that, you will have half a music block of space, and then we will have the same thing, the 4 A sharps. Then again we have C sharp being placed on top of A sharp on the half, and then we have G sharp being placed on the half of C sharp. After that, normal note of G sharp, and the next note will be G sharp, which is gonna be placed on the half of the previous G sharp. Then we have a lone gangsta sharp, And then we have A sharp, F sharp. And congratulations guys, you have made it through the intro. That was the intro, and now here is the fun part. Okay, then you have one block of space, and then you have G sharp, 1/4 of space, G sharp, 1 music block of space, D sharp, the high D sharp, 3/4 of space, and then we have B, and now we will have 8 A sharps, which will be placed the same like we did in the previous ones. So they will be placed like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's it. So that's how you place them. After the 8 A sharps, we will have B normally and G sharp normally. Then 3/4 of the space, and then we will have G sharp being placed on the half of the previous one, D sharp being placed on the half of the previous one, C sharp on the half, normal C sharp that's been placed on the last quarter of the previous note, and B, which is placed again on the last quarter. Then we have half a music block of space. After that we will have 6 G sharps being placed like this. So the G sharps are going to be placed like we did the previous ones, which is on the half of each note you will place a G sharp, and you will have 6 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After that note you will have B being placed on the half of the note, and another B being placed on another half of the note. After that you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 F sharps being placed on top of each other on the half of each other. After that you will have B and B being placed on the halves again. After that you will have A sharp and A sharp being placed on the half of the previous notes. After that you will have B being placed on the half of the A, G sharp being placed normally, the solo gangsta sharp, and then we will have 3/4 of space, and then we will go G sharp again on the half, D sharp placed on the G sharp half, C sharp being placed on D sharp, same thing, C sharp normally, and B. And that will be it. Congratulations guys, you have made it through the tutorial. You are the winners. Good job, well played. So you might be thinking like, chill, but what the hell, there's like more notes. Well, these notes will be repeating each other, so what you do is you will just put a 1 music block of space, okay, and then after that you will select, you see these solo 3 notes, when you see your music block it's gonna look like this, and then you will see 3 solo notes. So these notes are the beginning of the chorus. So what you do is you select these notes by pressing R like raccoon, and you just like select all of them, you hold R, then you click, and then you add these notes, you know, after the part that we just did, and then you will have double choruses, and it's gonna be amazing. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you use my music block to create your own, please in the description give a shout out to me, because some people have been stealing my content and stealing my music blocks, creating their own and getting recognition for that. I think that is not nice. At least give a shout out, be a nice person, you know. If I helped you out, that's the least you can do, I guess. And also, guys, I want to thank each one of you. Thank you, Chill Squad. We have 1K subscribers. That's like 1,000 subscribers. I couldn't believe we get like that kind of a number. When I started, I had like just a small amount of people watching my content, and now there's like 1,000 of us. So thank you very much. I will be making a Discord server just for you guys, so we can like communicate over there. You know, I will make it so everyone can be accepted. You gotta be nice though. Like any arguments, any, you know, bad stuff happening, it will result in a ban. So I will be posting a Discord link underneath this video so you guys can join. So the shout out for this video goes to Galaxy Panda. Galaxy Panda was my 1000th sub. Thank you, Panda, for subscribing to the channel. I hope you guys will like my content. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.